Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's AC Joyels, as you all know. If you're a new person here, then you're welcome. If you're not a new person, thank you for coming back to watch the videos. And I'll be sharing a story about how my day was today. So as you all know, the kids are back to school after the midterm, and today was on a Monday, and they were going back to school today. So unfortunately for us, we had an opening of midterm of after midterm, so they have gone back to school, and today we were taking them back to school. And when I woke up in the morning, it was raining heavily. When I say heavily, it was raining cats and dogs, if you know what that means. It was raining heavily that even you could not even step outside because it was pouring heavily. After preparing myself and the kid that maybe at around 7 the rain will have stopped, because she takes about, it's a 5-minute walk to school. So from here to school, when she gets to school, she'll not be late to school. But today I estimated that the time from 6:45 to 7, because it was raining heavily. So I was hoping that by then the rain would have stopped. Now we prepared ourselves because it was also an academic day, and I had to report to school. Even she had to report to school. Before she came for midterm, she had missed school one day. Yeah, and the teacher had complained that she's missing school a lot. She came after one day of going back to school. They came to for midterm, which was about 6 days or so. Now the teacher requested that she should not miss school again, and yes, so I did not want her to miss. So I said, instead of her staying back because of the rain, we shall go together. And so yeah, we put on our jackets, we covered ourselves very well. I put on my sport shoes. I wanted to put on sandals, and I thank God that he changed my mind, because I was going to put on my sandals and go to school. I was just thinking that it was just a mere process of just checking out her academics and then coming back home, not knowing that it was going to be so hectic. So we took off from here to the gate. By then the rain had stopped just a little bit, so it was drizzling, and they carried an umbrella, and we went. So we stepped out and we walked to school, and everyone was going to school. By then it was around 7 a.m. Even the light had already come up, and everyone, even the students, the teachers, everyone was rushing to school because they could not walk when it was raining. But now the rain had stopped just a little bit, so they had to rush to school. And we followed suit and we went to school. Now, on reaching the gate, I found a very long line, which I believe it was for the academic day for the students that were requested to come. The teachers had lined up the students and their parents, so you had to stand with your kid in line. And now the place where they had put us, it was not enough for all of us, so the line had extended to an open space where there was no shade. Now when we reached the school gate, the rain started again. So I just opened my umbrella and gave it to her, to my girl. And me, I had carried a warmer, so I used my warmer and I covered myself. But now the rain was still going on. It was now becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. And I asked myself, now, what do we do at this point? Because you cannot go back home. We are already at the lines, and you cannot go back because the parents are so many, the students are so many, and everyone wanted to be served at that point. My girl made me proud because after the opening exam, she did not perform very well, and she really dragged them. She was really thrown behind. It was number 18. Yeah, so during the midterm exam, so the teacher called me and said that Haley has not really performed well, and she's a good performer. Since she joined school, she has been topping. And when the teacher starts to notice that your girl is not doing well in class, they always have a mandate to alert you as a parent, if you are a parent who follows up on your kid. So I really do love to follow up on my kid, and whenever I'm following up on her, I always get the progress from the teacher. So now, after the midterm exam, I waited for the results to see if what I had done through from beginning of the term till now has worked. And yes, so the teacher helped me and told me that I should catch up with her on her homework, on I should emphasize on the subjects that she's not really doing well in. So I emphasized on the subject that she was not doing well, and yeah, we have been going on well until she did her midterm exam, and she made me proud because from that number, she was even awarded in school. I think she brought a present when she came home. She was awarded because she performed very well, from number 18 to number 4. And today I went to see the results for myself, because when she told me by word of mouth, I could not believe it. But today, when I went, I saw for myself the academics, even her books, everything was intact. And my advice to parents out there, please emphasize on the education of your children. Keep on following up on them, encourage them, pray for them, yeah, and do everything possible to stand in for your kids. Because for us, we were traumatized when we were kids. Not that we were bad performers, but if the teachers did not help at all, they were the ones who were causing the trauma. And the parents, they really relied on the teachers' words, but they did not know that once you get out of the school gate, it's just me and the teacher who will stay back. So most of the time, we could not say the truth because we will suffer the consequences later. But now, on our children, me, I don't like to joke at all with my kid. I don't love to joke with her education, anything about her schooling, because that made me get traumatized in school. I hated school when I was very young, and even after finishing my primary education, when I went to high school, I did not go to a very good high school. I went to just a local day school before I went to a boarding school. But in the local day school, I performed really well. The uh, first term, second term, third term in Form 1, I performed really well. And even the teachers were asking, "What are you doing here? This is not where you're supposed to be because you excel in everything." Now, when my mother heard that from the teachers, she decided to take me to a boarding school. Now, that is where everything spoiled, because now I was going back to square zero. The confidence that I had started to build up, that was taken gradually down in primary school. Now I did not want anything to do with anything in boarding school, because first of all, I'm coming from a day school. Primary, my whole life I've been in day school. Now I've gone to high school, not the same school, but a different school with different teachers. So I had to explore. I had to like blossom, in Form 1. But then I don't blame my mom. She wanted the best for me, but she did not know the way to go about it, because she took me from this school and I went to another school, a boarding school, and now it was way worse than the primary school, because now in primary school I was just a kid. You could traumatize me, you could beat me, you could do anything to me. It was just quiet. But now in high school, I was talkative, knew much more, and then I came to the realization that I could be more than what they expect me to be. So, but this time round, it was not with a good purpose. I became knowledgeable, but in a very bad way, not in a good way. But I thank God because I did not stray and I did not stop schooling. So now in high school, I became a rebel. The first thing, I became a rebel. Second thing, I had a baby face, so you could really not know that I was a goon in school, because that is what I used to manipulate people with. So if you did not know me, I would easily, I would easily fool you. Yeah, it was that easy for me. And at this time, I knew so much, and education had started to learning had started to get out of my mind, because I am thinking about other things that are not important to me. But the school that I went to, they were not focused on learning, they were just focused on money and other things. Yeah. So for me, that what I went through is what I'm using as an example to set for my daughter. I don't want her to go through the same thing that I went through, the trauma that I went through. I will not allow anyone to bully my child. I'll not allow anyone to talk bad about my child, because I'm the first person who will know better. My daughter, I should know her better. I should know them better. I should know that this is their behavior. They cannot do this, they can do this. Yeah. So as a parent, you should know your kid better. Somebody else should not come and tell you that, your daughter is a liar, your daughter did this, your daughter did that, and you just busy coming here and trying to tell her you know this and this and this. No, you sit down and listen to her opinion and listen to the other person, and then you come to the conclusion whether they are telling the truth or not. They should take caution in their children's education. They should take caution in so many activities that the children do, because nowadays is not like those times that you used to go to school. Nowadays is much more complicated. Everything, starting from food, education, care, everything is very different from when we used to do things. Nowadays, you cannot beat anyone's child just like that. Nowadays, when you do things, they backfire on you. So it's very, very much advisable. As a parent, you should know your kid better than anyone else. You should be the first person to know whether your child is telling the truth or not. You should be the first person that your kids think of when they are running for safety. You should be the first person that your kid would tell anything, whatever that they are going through. Don't be quick to judge, because nowadays so many things happen. And keep your mouth shut and your two ears open, and you will get to know the truth.